Hey, Mitu, so thank you for joining. So we are actually going to pull a position. So this is actually the DevOps engineer role, and it is with one of our prime employer. So we have over 50 the team member. We place the quality assurance engineer, we place the DevOps engineer, we place the software engineer. So we have a very good reputation with this client. And we actually place over 5 DevOps engineers. They actually are our team member is performing very well, and they just have a new position open. And for this position, I am actually responsible to screen a candidate, and then it will be 4 rounds of interview. After myself complete the screening, and then I will be submitting your resume to our account manager. That account manager directly work with the hiring manager in the end client. So the just purpose of just to know the basic things. I checked your resume. This resume looks good. What they do, what technology they do use. But I would like to mention some of the job description, job responsibility according to my account manager. So I want to make sure you are good at. So you will be working in the cross-functional team. The project is variation. Some project you'll be working directly in the project, but they have a like the monthly, 1 week, the support, the rotation-based supporting. It means 24 support. It is basically you will have the cell phone on, and then you will be actually all the issues will be coming to the support engineer, and they actually divert the call or the text message to the appropriate team. There is not enough call, but it is one of the once a month, 1 week supporting role. This is for everybody. So that's one of the responsibility. Second is you will be working on the project. Some of the project is ongoing. You will be actually the core DevOps engineer. Another one of the excitement things going on in the team. 2 of our DevOps engineer works. They work in the migration project. Some of their existing application, they're actually migrating to the cloud. And one project I do know of that our DevOps engineer, he has been working in the team like the 2 years. He working on the monolithic to microservice based like the migration, and that also on premises to the cloud. So there is a diverse the activities going on. For your role, it is basically will be in between the supporting role and the project-based role. So with that said, do you have any question? Can I ask a couple questions to you?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
So why are you looking for a new job?
So basically, my current project is ending soon. That's why I'm looking for the new opportunities.
Okay. So and then how long have you been in the job market?
In the job market, I'm for like past 2 weeks. It's not been that long.
Sure. When your contract is going to be ended?
It's gonna be ending end of this month, July, end of July.
End of July, July 31st?
Yeah, so to be specific, it's gonna be ending on July 28th.
July 28th. Okay, great. So you are available to join immediately, or?
I would say I would like to take 2 weeks apart from my last day of work. So yeah, I'll be available to work in August, mid of August, I would say. Yeah.
Sure. So how is your job market, exploring the job market things going on? Are you?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. It's good.
Did you accept, are you getting any offer, or did you accept any preliminary offer?
Oh, so yeah, I didn't accept any offer yet, but yeah, I got some preliminary offers, but still I'm browsing on the market. I'm trying to see and explore a little bit more before I make the final call.
Okay, sounds good. So what type of work do you do currently nowadays?
So basically, I'm working as a DevOps engineer, and my role is to build, release, and deploy processes as well as maintaining the infrastructure side. So maintain and actually support the various development, which is in ongoing, and also current application, which is on the production. And part of my responsibility is to maintain the cloud-based application and services on AWS, And I'm the handyman for most of the uses in AWS services, such as load balancer, auto scaling, S3, security, group, IAM, EBS, CloudWatch, EKS, ECR, taking snapshots, networking configurations of VPC, and also the MySQL database, especially the RDS. So for deployment, the development team follows the Agile Scrum. We have a 2-week sprint. Beside my regular sprint ticket, sometimes we get the ticket from a different team, and I get to know the ticket from my stand-up meetings. And sometimes I assign the ticket to myself for the system I support. So based on the ticket, I perform my work. After the work is done, I do a review, and based on the review, I complete the work. So typical work is like AWS deployment, maintaining and creating the existing infrastructure and creating the pipeline and doing the new deployment for different services. We also do work on call, and depending on the application, some is a proper chain management, and whatever goes on production, we have to avail during the duration. And we have to roll back, and some bug they notice, we have to be available to support them. So my typical day starts with the morning meetings around 9 to 10 a.m., checking the Slack and update the Jira. And around 10 to 10:30, we have a daily stand-up. And after the stand-up until 1, I'll start working on Jira ticket, and it will be like kind of like working on AWS or Git review, operation task, on making new releases. Like around 1 to 2 p.m. is gonna be like my lunchtime, and from 2 to 4 is gonna be like pair programming with developers, help them in deployment and design descriptions. And around 4 to 5 o'clock is gonna be like learning new stuff like my self-progress. And then the actual deployment happens for test staging on a daily basis. The deployment was manual before, but now we are more like going towards automation. I actually prepared the CI/CD pipelines using the GitLab, and some of the application we use Jenkins. I have experience writing pipeline scripts based on requirements and setting notifications for scripting language. I have used scripting, Groovy, and YAML. And some application we are using are monolithics. Recent application we are doing are microservices, which are deployed on the cloud. I have experience with containerization tools like Docker. Based on the requirements, I have written a Docker file and created a Docker image. Right now, we are using the Kubernetes as an orchestration tool, and I'm using AWS Managed Kubernetes EKS for clustering. I have written manifest file, created namespaces, created pod deployment, created services for the deployment for our microservice application. Push environment variable as like config map. For confidential variable, we use secret. Also, I am using Kubernetes ingress for the application load balancer. For performance and metrics checking, we use Prometheus and Grafana. For log analysis, we use EFK stack. I have experience using Ansible as a configuration management tool. I have experience setting up Ansible as a control machine, creating inventory files, and I have written Ansible playbooks, configure, update, and patch the server groups in our system. I am using Terraform for infrastructure as a code. I have experience creating templates based on the requirements. Mostly I am using provider, resource, and the state file. Also, I have experience set up variables, changing variable values. I have also experience using CloudFormation. So let me go over with the software stack we are using. We are using the Python-based software stack. We are using PHP, Java, and Node.js. And some of the applications started using the .NET, but I haven't used it yet. All right, so the past project I have worked on, so I want to go over on that project. So I have been working at AT&T for the last 2.5 years as a contractor. We actually following the Agile Scrum. We have, as I mentioned, 2-week sprint. So basically part of my role was supporting the development team and the DevOps team. And as part of the role, the major application service I actually supported was field force management, in short, FFM. This application is developed based on microservices. It has 5 major services. The backend is Python and the Node.js based, and the front end is actually the React Native. Now I will go over more details. We have a mobile app. Mobile apps have been used Flutter. It's like a cross-functional development. So what happened, where is the field users get all the tasks assigned on their mobile app. So once they do the work, they can actually take the screenshot, update in the app. The manager can see and complete the task. Another is the field user. They do not need to come to the office. They actually do their attendance from the mobile app. As for user management, there is a tool on the web portal. One is the operation team. Operation teams means where the new company was created, and this is the SaaS-based application. Many mid-sized company and small companies, they do not have the application and the services to manage their some field employees. So they actually take their SaaS-based application service and provide their information. It actually follows the regular process to get approval. So company account gets created, company manager access their web-based application, and they create the users. The field users actually download the app and start using their application. As per the services, we do not know the services, but most of them are delivery companies and electric companies. They actually use this application to provide the services so that they can manage their field employees, and at the same time, the managers can, sync up between the field employee and the manager's task. So it is based on the hybrid microservices and not really fully microservices, and it has the Postgres as a database, and user authentication is already all the user activities. So like user 0 means the operation users type 1 means all the employees in the company users. So as per the user creation, user update, user deletion, user authorization, all these are controlled from our user services. Attendance services, actually all the field employees can check in from the mobile app so that their manager can see these employees are ready to take their work. And the tax service is where the manager from the web portal assign the tax to the users. Based on the company, every company has their own activities, but the task is assigned from the manager from the web portal, and the users can see them on the mobile app. Once they complete their task, they just update the mobile app and update on the web portal, and that's the flow.
Thank you very much. So it seems like very intensive and extensive. Very nice. Thank you. So why they are not extending your the contract there? You said you have been working 2.5 years.
I also like to explore a little bit more and work somewhere I can, learn new stuff. So this basically, I'm working here 2.5 years, but even though they offer me to extend my contract, I would like to go somewhere else where I have more opportunities to growth.
Sure. So if I just speak with one of your coworker or the manager, some of your strength, what will they say about you?
So as my strength, I would say I always get compliments about being on time, being punctual, like a self-starter, and also I would say I'm very dedicated on my work, and I get things done on time, and the most importantly, I would say I'm a good team player. So yeah.
So you're a good team. That's great. And what about what type of challenge have you faced in your current project?
There is always challenges in the projects. There's no doubt about it. So the thing is, sometimes we have some complicated issues that we try to finish it in a specific sprint, but sometimes we cannot. So we have to extend our time and it's go to backlog. And then we have to prioritize our tasks, like which one we should finish first. So yeah, and also the other things I would say the challenge, like working with different team members, because every team members has their own personality and own way of working stuff. So yeah, so all these things I would say the biggest challenge working in a team.
So you said you cannot finish all the story or the issues every sprint. So how do you prioritize which is some example, you have a 7 ticket by your name in the sprint, right? You said you follow the Agile Scrum, right?
Yes.
So how do you prioritize which ticket you'll be working?
Yeah, so I would like to answer the first question. So no, I can finish my work on the sprint, of course, but sometimes, not every time, not every sprint it happens, but some sprints it happens that we cannot finish, and that's not because of like on me. It's the collaboration. So when we are working in a team, so we have to like if some other team members are lagging behind, so it affects as a team, as a whole project. So that's one thing. And the other thing, if I have like 7 stories, I prioritize based on the story point, like which I need to, based on the priority. So which one I need to get done first. So yeah, that's how we take the decision as a team. Actually, I would say it's not always like my decision. It's like as a team we discuss which one we should prioritize first and which one we should finish first.
Okay, all right. So you mentioned so what did you deploy mostly? Like which stack did you follow? Because you mentioned the Java, PHP, Python, I think Node.js. So which one do you actually deploy mostly, or your like the current responsibility? What stack do you deploy mostly?
It's actually a mix and match. So we deploy Python-based application, we deploy Node.js-based application. So it depends on the application and project we are working on.
Okay, so I just have a couple quick technical questions. The user has reported that they're having issues to access one of the web page, one of the URL. And can you walk me through what you will do if you have been given this ticket?
I'm sorry, can you repeat one more time?
So a ticket came on your queue. The user is unable to access the web page. It means the one endpoint. And walk me through what is the process you will actually debug it, troubleshoot it to identify the issues, or how you will actually trace the issue.
So what I'm gonna do is like inspect it from the browser and see the status code, what error code is coming, and based on that I'm gonna take my step.
So how the status code is 403.
It's forbidden.
So what does it mean? Like what happened with this?
So it means there's some network issue, that some security security code issue that we have to go and check, that if the all the ports are open or not, the port that it needs to be open, is it open or not, if the how
the 403 with the port open or not? What if the 400 series needs to be code? Okay, so you need the browser. What is the next step? Where else you'll be looking? Walk me through the end-to-end, the process, your steps, and then address the ticket. So I think you said you have FFM, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is like a navigation there, right? Because you can track the field employee. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So user has reported that they are not able to be tracked their location. That's the issue that the ticket is created, and how you're going to actually debug this ticket, where the issues can be possibly. What do you think this issue can be, where this issue can be? Or how you make sure that the user, whatever the user is saying is valid or not valid? Do you work with the other team, like the QA team or some other team?
Yeah, of course we do.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So you said the manual deployment and the automated deployment. You do the manual, which one do you do mostly?
We do both, but we mostly now doing automation.
What tool do you use?
For the automation, we use CI/CD process.
Yes, what tools do you use?
We use Jenkins and GitLab.
So both are the CI/CD tools. Which do you use, both for the CI/CD or?
We use mostly the GitLab.
Can you walk me through a quick high-level process, the code development to the deployment in staging environment?
So on the GitLab, like when the developer push the code, we we set up the CI/CD pipeline for the automation. So
when you say we, did you execute somebody's the pipeline, or you build the pipeline?
So we work as a team. So part of it, like I did it, part of it, like my team member did it. So it's a collaboration work.
Sure. So you are saying that in your project there is 2 DevOps engineer?
Yeah.
Also in your project there is 2 DevOps engineer. You guys just collaborate, allocate your work and support the team. But don't you think it is overkilling the 2 DevOps engineer in one project? Is it a big project?
So we work on in multiple projects. Whatever project needs our support, it's not specified like in one project we are just working on it. So we have to support multiple projects at the same time. So yeah.
So you mentioned a series of the AWS services. So don't you use the EC2 or the VPC?
Yeah, we do.
You have not mentioned them, so I thought maybe do you use your own premises network and the resources? So how much do you know about the VPC? What did you do with VPC?
So the VPC we use for the networking, like to set up our cloud-based applications.
What do you mean? What is cloud-based application? What is the definition of cloud-based application? Can you explain me what is the difference between the deployment of the cloud and cloud-based application means?
So when we deploying some applications on the cloud, that's like deploying on the cloud. And when we hosting the application and deploying the application on the cloud, that's like cloud-based application.
What are the difference between them? Hosting and deploying, what are the difference between them?
The difference are like first the deploying on the cloud means like is the first step, and when the deployment is successful, then the application is like up and running on the cloud.
Yeah. So what is the cloud-based application then? Do you know what is the
cloud-based applications means like it is hosting and managing directly on the cloud.
So you're meaning, did you work on Lambda? Lambda, do you know the AWS Lambda function, AWS API gateway?
Yeah.
Did you work on that? Did your application, if you mentioned the FFM, is the FFM using the AWS API gateway? All right, so I have a quick example. So what did you learn about this company? I saw you have applied for this role. So what did you learn about this company?
I learned about the tools and software stack they're using, and I also look at the job responsibilities, and looks like those matches with my knowledge. So that's why I applied on this position.
Sure. So one of the things I would like to mention. So we actually hired the DevOps engineer. The way they work, the manager put the DevOps engineer in a project dedicatedly. But you have mentioned a couple of times you guys work both. How would you handle a project that you do not have any help, only yourself? There is no we, only you. How can you do that?
So I think that's not a big issue, because even though there is like as I mentioned, like we are 2 DevOps in the team, but the thing is we are working on our own, and also like if I have some issues, then there will be support team that I can reach out to. And because part of working in a team is like to, help each other and to, finish the project on time and to move forward. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna, if I am working alone, of course, I'll try to solve it first by myself. But if I'm not being able to do that, of course, I'm gonna reach out to my corresponding manager about that.
Sure. So you mentioned about the monitoring tools, the EKS, the Elasticsearch, the Elasticsearch and the Grafana and all of this. I think they do not use any of these tools. They use the Dynatrace. So if you are given the responsibility, have you worked on the Dynatrace before?
No, I didn't, but I'm very open to learn, and I would want to mention that one of my strengths is I'm a very quick learner, and I'm very eager to learn new tools. So of course, definitely I will give my enough time to learn that tool as much as possible.
So now let's go back to the quick learning. So what would be your approach to learn the Dynatrace after you join? Let's say they have given you 2 weeks. What do you do?
So in that case, of course, I'm gonna do my own research to find out about that tool, and I would go through some of the very useful resources from like some educational portal, and of course, I'm gonna try to learn from there. And it worked before for me, so I don't think it's gonna be a big problem.
Sure.
Because the purpose of those tools are like all like same. It's just a different software or different companies hosting them. That's all. But it's so I think it's not going to be a big problem.
That's amazing. So after 15 days, you have learned, and you have been assigned a new application that need to be part of the monitoring. How can you do that? All right, so I have a couple more questions, then we almost wrapping up. So you said you did the GitLab CI, correct?
Yeah.
So how comfortable are you to build a pipeline?
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable.
Okay, so can you build a pipeline from the scratch for a new application, or you manage mostly? Did you build any the CI/CD pipeline from the scratch, or you
Yeah,
have?
I did.
So Can you tell me some of the challenges have you faced when you build the pipeline?
So the challenges I faced is like when the pipeline, like the stages are failing and debugging the error and just going back and fixing it and running the pipeline again. So yeah.
You mentioned some of the technical issues.
Technical issues, I would say if some steps are missing, of course, the pipeline gonna be failed. Also, if there are any verbose, in that case, the pipeline gonna fail. There could be like a lot of scenarios. So based on that, that's the part of our job that we have to do a lot of debugging in a day. So yeah.
Your developer has given you the code, the developer computer is running just fine. After you build, it is not working. What can be the potential wrong? Or what type of the thought process you'll be going over to identify the issues and fix the build?
So I have to check the logs and see the error messages that I'm getting and try to debug the issue based on the error message.
Did you find any of these issues in your project, in your CI/CD pipeline?
Yeah, one time we had a on the build process, there was a spelling mistake, and because of that, the pipeline failed. So yeah, we had to go back and fix it. And another time it was the page image that we are using, it was wrong. So we had to fix it and it worked. So yeah.
What is the definition of wrong?
Wrong means by mistake, they were using a different page image that we're supposed to use. So that's why the pipeline failed. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think I am good for now. So what questions do you have for me?
I have a couple of questions actually. Can I ask you something about your company?
So our company actually we place over 50 people in the end client. This client is a fintech, and our team has been doing very well. We are supporting the two major department, both department the employee there. You will be working directly on our payroll, and you will be a contract on the end client. And this contract with all it start with 12 months, but the contract continue like the extended. Also after 12 months, there is the options for you to become like the full-time direct under the end client, and we are more than happy to help you. Did I answer your question?
Yes, but I have another. Is it a remote position or is it a hybrid position?
Actually, this is the remote position. Yes, no hybrid.
Okay, and what are other like facilities the company is offering? So
since for us, we provide you like are you talking about the benefits? Wise?
Yes.
So we have a 12 days the paid time off, and we have a 9 federal paid holidays. We used to have the 5 days sick day, but now it is reduced to the 3 days, because we used to have a 10 days the vacation and the 5 days. Now it is 12 days vacation, 3 days the sick time. We offered the 401k, the dental, medical, vision, short-time, long-term benefits as well. And then we also offered the sometimes like if you have parents, I don't know, you can add your parents in your benefits as well. as for the growth, we provide the internal training to our employee so that our employee can perform to our end clients. What else? We manage our payroll internally. So basically, whatever you do, you have to also complete the weekly your task and the hours so that we do the payroll bi-weekly. So that's how it works. And you accrue your pay time as you continue work. Like after, I think you have to do the math. We have a calculator. You can do the math after how many hours you work, and it just accrue the vacation time off.
All right, this sounds good. Yeah.
Do you have any other question?
No, I don't. But thank you so much for your time.
Definitely, I want to thank you again. This interview has been recorded. We take 72 hours. Myself and the other team also listen. We take some notes and we also collaborate like our notes, and then we actually provide our feedback to the account manager, and then he actually makes the decision. If he makes the decision, I will let you know. I will get back to you, and he will have a just high-level conversation. Then we'll be submitting your resume to the hiring manager. Most of the time, when our account manager submit your profile, for sure you are getting the end client interview. There will be 2 round end client interview. One is the phone interview for 35 to 45 minutes, hiring manager and one of the technical, the DevOps engineer. Another will be the group. It is the Zoom. It will be like the 1 hour to 90 minutes. The session, it will be mix and match between the technical round and the behavioral round. And then actually they make a decision. Of course, they interview other people, but in between 10 to 15 days, business days, they make a decision. And once they make a positive decision, they reach out to us, then we actually will reach out to you. That's the overall process of the interview for this role. Are you okay with this?
Yeah, sure, of course. That sounds really good.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for your time. We'll definitely be in touch.
You're welcome. Thank you.